Hey guys, welcome to the Rhino Hair Network. First off, I'd like to apologize. Been a little sick the past couple days. Haven't been able to get on the computer and make any videos, but I'm going to try right now, even though my voice sounds a little bit different than usual. But a fight against legendary champion Juan Manuel Marquez was Brandon Rios to lose going into Saturday. Despite a win, Rios may have lost it. Still drained after losing a battle to make the lightweight limit of 135 pounds, Rios fought an uninspired bout and didn't do anything to increase his position for a July 14th match against the highly regarded Mexican champion Marquez. Now, a reason that probably he didn't fight, I guess at his best, is because there was no incentive. Because what had happened is, when he came out overweight for the fight. I mean, he's not fat, but he was over the weight limit, and then he couldn't win the WBA title, whatever he did. Now his opponent could. So basically, he tried to do just enough to win. Unfortunately, Rios looked bad. There wasn't a lot of outrage in the Mandalay Bay Event Center when the scores favoring Rios were announced, but social media networks blew up in protest. The ringside media overwhelmingly favored Abril. Yahoo Sports had Abril 116-112, but that meant little. Judge Jerry Roth had it 116-112 for Rios, while Glenn Trowbridge favored Rios 115-113. The third judge, Adelada Beard, had Abril 117-111. The problem from Rios' standpoint was that he didn't have the fire and spark that he usually brings to the ring. He landed few punches of significance and complained later that Abril was continually holding. Marquez, who routed Sergey Fedchenko on Saturday in Mexico City in the main event of the split-site pay-per-view, will fight at Cowboy Stadium on July 14th. The opponent, though, is a mystery. Top Rank's plan was to have it to be Rios, and it's probably fair to say that Rios is still the leader in the clubhouse. But the combination of Rios' lackluster performance and Mike Alvarado's sensational effort closed the gap on him. According to Bob Arum, quote, "We'll sit down and talk with Marquez and see what he wants to do." Alvarado made a case for himself earlier on Saturday's card, winning a unanimous decision over Mauricio Herrera, an exciting fight that had the crowd in the arena roaring its approval. Quote, "I want Marquez, I deserve Marquez, and I'm ready for Marquez. I have no weight issues, I've paid my dues." Now going back to Arum, he kept his own scorecard apparently, had Rios winning. It's his own fighter, so I really think he's full of crap. Alvarado is 33-0 with 23 knockouts, isn't as high profile. Top Rank president Todd Duboff said he's not sure if Alvarado has big enough name recognition to headline a pay-per-view with Marquez. If he didn't have the name recognition before, he should after back-to-back rousing bouts. In November, Alvarado stopped Bradis Prescott in the final round of a bout he was losing badly, turning Arum euphoric and comparing it to a Rocky movie. Rios said much of his problems Saturday were from a misguided effort to make weight. He lost his WBA lightweight title on the scale in December when he missed weight by 1.6 pounds. He agreed to try it again at Top Rank's urging for Saturday's bout, but weighed 137 on Friday. He was fined $45,000, that's 10% of his $450,000 purse. Quote, "It wasn't my best performance, yeah, because I did try to make 135. I did try to kill myself to make 135 because I wanted my title back. It's not like I didn't try. I did fucking try. There are all these critics over here talking fucking about me and saying fucking about me, but half of these fucking guys are fat and heavy and they don't even do it for their health." So obviously, very emotional. Quote, "I'm doing it because I tried to win my title back. I did lose money and it's fucked up, but it is what it is. You know what? It happens. I did try. It's not like I didn't try. That's why I'm going to 140. You know what? The guy just talks so much. He said that it's not like he didn't try in like 5 or 6 different ways. That can definitely get on your promoter's nerves at some point. A Rios Alvarado fight would be a sensational one, which Rios manager Cameron Duncan conceded. But Duncan said that there wouldn't be much money in it and there wouldn't be a world title, so it's likely not going to happen. Marquez, who is gunning for a fall bout against Manny Pacquiao, will have to decide whether he wants to take on Rios or Alvarado or go against someone lesser. The Pacquiao fight potentially his for the taking in November. Marquez may opt for a less demanding fight than one against either Rios or Alvarado. Quote, "That Alvarado is a tough guy." Quote from Bob Arum. When we were talking to Barry Hunter, who is the manager of WBA, he is the 140-pound champion, Lamont Peterson, we asked him about Lamont fighting Alvarado, and he said, quote, "No way, that guy's tough, so people know about how good this kid is." Arum wasn't thrilled with Rios' performance at all, but he blamed much of it on the referee. He said Draculets lost control of the fight and allowed Abril to constantly hold his fighter. That, more than anything, Arum said, contributed to Rios' less than stellar effort. But that doesn't make sense. Abril landed a lot of punches. Now, Abreu landed a lot of punches, but that had nothing to do with the ref letting him hold. Don't really see how that fits. Quote, if the referee gets in there and takes a point and doesn't let Abreu hold like he did, you're looking at a totally different fight. How the hell was Rios going to punch when every time they got close, Abreu grabbed his arms and locked them up? While Duncan wasn't particularly thrilled with Rios' effort, he agrees with Aram. Quote, let's be honest, he didn't look very good at all, but he was in there with a guy who was holding all night. He should have had at least 1 or 2 points taken away. Had those points been taken away, Abreu fights differently. He wouldn't have been holding and he'd have to change his strategy. Would that have been made Brandon better? I don't know, but it wouldn't have made him worse. I promise you that. He wasn't good tonight. I know that he wasn't, but we'll put him at 140 where he belongs, and yes, we want him to fight Juan Manuel Marquez. Unquote. It's now in Bob Arum's hands, but with limited options. It's a good bet Rios gets it. But if he doesn't, Rios only has himself to blame for this one. Brandon Rios, lackluster win. May have lost his shot at fighting Marquez, but then again, Marquez probably has Manny Pacquiao on his mind more than anything.